Why is it not letting my picture come up? So that would be a mathematical equation. I'm checking for my videos, local setup. Let me see this. Ah, we are live, yes. And who is here watching? Absolutely nobody, just me, but that's okay. Let me go back to StreamYard. Who may I welcome here tonight? Why should we talk a little bit Shakespearean? Good evening, Mr. Watkins. I haven't been able to get to any of your videos lately. I have been overloaded. Now, whether my overload has any usefulness to it, I can be right here, enjoying life, right here, putting things together, banging my head because I can't get it fast enough for everything that I imagine I see. That's actually an equation. Oh my God. Okay. I thought it was somebody else and I forgot about that. Hey, Washington. We've got those Seahawks. You know, every emblem, every name, every sound, every piece of music that goes with the province, the country, the state, something that touches you, your vibration. How did you get it? What is it? What does it make you do? What does everybody want to do in this world? Don't we just want to smile and laugh? Do we know what that is? Is it just because I rather be happy than sad? I'd rather not be angry or mad. Although I'm quite often mad at myself and quite often mad at myself for not making choices or being able to speak out. I have things to say to some people and I just can't do it. Although everybody, whatever, it's just a crazy situation. The funny thing is, I know this, a friend of mine, right, for 35 years. And I know another friend of mine, in less or more, almost, they know me more than I knew them. Actually, I knew them anyways. Maybe 50 years. Now, the two of them meet, okay, at a fire. And my friend Lily, who I know for 35 years, says to Carolyn, they used to make fun of my name and it was A-L-I-N-E. So the next two letters are L-I. Don't forget inside the word Alin is Alice. The N is through the sun and the C is through creation. Now, how the two work together, I'm not quite sure. I just know the elements, okay, or these elements that I imagine that I can create, the words, if you can imagine what I'm thinking, can be put into a box. And you take them out of the box, you go, look, the letter C, how did we create it? 1 times 1 equals 1. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 1 and 2, the 12th letter is the letter L, but 1 and 2 in Pythagorean, and if you look it up online right now, does Pythagorean exist? Was it created before I was born? I'm using it if it was. I don't want to use anything that I created other than saying fish upon my wish. 1 and 2 equals to 3. So the 11th letter, in which can be L-I together, because a capital I compared to a small cap L, they look the same, you know? Here's the capital I, and here's the small L, okay? Hold on a second. That's this way and there. Look at that. Look what you got. Look at what you got. What do you got? I mean, you put a dot, you put a couple of lines. Just keep doing that, and we're going to design something 100%, right? Hold on a second. I got some. Yeah. Okay. So, yes, just one person, and it's you, Tammy. So great. Somebody that knows that we're on to something here. We're on to something. Where was I sitting? I lost my head for a second. Wow, yes, the letter K. I like to write it down as I go. Which book am I in? Which book? Okay. I just put out a video today. I should have put it up here. Let me see if I can get it. Content. Oh, yeah, here's the video. Let me copy link and paste. I wonder if we can put it in the brand. Just 1 second here. I seem to be rushing. I don't like to rush. Background video clips. Okay, add a video clip. Oh no, it's not here. The video clip is not there. It's a link. How do I get the link? How do I do that? Add video clip. Get rid of that. Okay, and my phone's over there, so it doesn't matter. It's the last video here. Just let's see if we can make this bigger. And hold on a second. We're gonna see if we can get it on this page. Yeah, I was never good at this. 8,000 videos later, right? Where's boy, just give me a second. This thing gets bigger, it gets smaller. It must be Alice AI. You know, it only works in its own what was I looking for? Yes, the video. Here is it. There it is. Now this is too big too. So because I can't see it on my camera. So this is the back of my car. This is the roof of my car. That's what I just did. I'm standing up there. You can see my feet down here. See my feet down here. Whoop. Okay, just spilled my coffee on the floor. I can't believe they just jumped to another video. Okay, so that's see, I did that on my floor. Now I've got it on my car top. Did you see that heart over here? You see that? I was making a heart and I found inside the extra dots let me do that design. There might be another design in there, but that's interesting. I have to think about that. Okay, so hold on a second. Let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of this whole thing here interrupting me. Spilt my coffee on the floor and I put love into it. I took my time. Things I don't do very often. I don't take my time. I'm taking my time now. I want to put something together that will maybe resonate with somebody. Some new words I never knew before. I thought they were like game words. Resonate. You know, you hear somebody now going, let's resonate. Like, what do you mean resonate? You know, 20 years ago, if I hear somebody talking like me, I go, not me. Here I am, even in the things I still don't understand, like the zodiac. I don't understand all the constellations and the moving of the planet. I don't understand the deacon, the dance, but it's there. The math tells me a story, what the dance is in the story, using what I call the English alphabet or the Latin alphabet and the numeric positions and the capabilities of all at the same time switching all the values to the number by A, multiplying by 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, or alternating their position by virtue of gematria telling me about 7, or the cube telling me about 21 dots or 33 voids. All the stories that are happening in life, the game of hockey with 3 periods, 20 minutes each. What happens if we go into overtime? It's 420. In French, they say it is 80, but in French, it's 80, or 4 times 20. Or 4 times 2, 4 plus 2, equals 6 and 8, the dividing of the 7th gate in the cubonic world. And none of what I've said has come anything from me other than me dissecting this calculator and using all the dice cubes that I've been hanging out with for the last week, which are basically all gone. Tell me that 1 is opposite of 6, in which 3 is opposite of 4, in which 2 and 5 are opposite of each other. That's the story. So those are 21. Now, if you minus them and you add them and you multiply them, if you use 2 sides and 4 sides, or if you use a corner, Now we only have a single cube. What about the faceless Rubik's Cube, where it only has two colors opposite of each other? They have no numbers, but does it have an area space that counts for something? Is this one area space, but you call it 5? Is this one area space, but you call it 6? It's a movement and rotation of 9 area space with no more than 6 dots on any of one side. And what you see and what you don't see is the mathematics that you were going to do to create that dance. Where is Mars? Where is Earth on the other side of the street? The odd numbers and the even numbers on the opposite sides of a dice. It is not I who has created anything that I do other than fish upon my wish. And I wish to just know what I know, to just know what to understand that in baseball, I see 9 players on the field, not counting the umpire and the opposition, but for the defense, it is the 9 players on the field. And for the offense, well, there's 1 player up to bat, 1 in the batter's box, and the others are in the DO, the dugout. D-U-G. Let me spell that. Let me write that down. They're in the dugout. So where do I get my information from? From everything that exists in arts and entertainment. And it's a lot of fun discovering. It's a lot of fun. I got to write this down. I don't like all these papers out of order. Calculator doesn't work. I don't want to put anything on the floor. We need some order. Lots of papers. Lots of papers. Okay, so we have a base, we have a ball, we have 1 on the offense, okay, versus 9 on the defense. So if we wanted to look at 91 or 19, we'd be looking at Spirit. I almost had that in there. I don't know why I was going this, because it's AI. Inside of AI is TH, but there was something else in there. This is created by this. The reason for this is in the French. They have told me that this is, first of all, a teen in English, which is 44. Area space, division for night and day. Space. My leg is hurting. 16 and 8 equaling to 24. This is what is the total of 3/3 of 2/3 of 1/3, which all this equals to this, which equals to a whole of 124, which equals to a day. 1 times 1, the 6. Okay, this is in your gateway. 2 times 4, 8. 2 plus 4, 6. By the 7th gate, the 1 spirit passes. There is no leaving the house. There is no flesh. There is no flesh. There is no body that leaves the house. So what is that energy? Is it an energy that just awakens? A child grows. Do you remember your growing up in the womb? Is it because you were looking in through the window? That's how you remember? Did you remember from inside or outside the body? And you can probably go at some point inside, but how can the spirit get inside the body if the machine hasn't been built? You can't ask a car to move if you didn't put a battery in it, unless you're pedaling. You don't actually need a battery. If you have a wind-up car, you can still use gasoline. So all these things that we need, we don't need, if we had, if we didn't have, are telling stories of everything that was missing in this time and place, in this area of space. ACE, ACE. My beautiful, beautiful coffee went right onto the floor. I love that coffee. Didn't even get to drink it. Okay, so now we were I wanted to try and remember the dugout and the batter's box. Okay, batter's box. The thing about the S letter and the T letter, and it's like all the letters, right, is when you get to the word, I know I'm all over the place, but when you get to the word 8, great. Get to the word 9, great. But what if you say 80 or 90? On 80, you don't have to put the TY like on 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and 70. When you get to 80, you just add 25. So what are you adding? Because the body comes with the heart. It's on this side. It's not 50-50. It's more like 30-70 or 3 and 7. The heart is on complete one side. It's not in the heaven. It's on the tear. Whether you want to use T-E-R, T-E-R-R-E, the word tear in French, okay, even butter, okay, has to do with the word earth. It's a French term. It also has something to do with the eye, as in retina, or to retain. Now, I don't know. We have to discuss this. I'm telling you what I see. I've seen this for a long time. It's a word play, okay? And it has to be over time. I'm a little bit more growing fond of it because how many times I kept being brought back to it. And when you look at retina or REM sleep, I like to look at the spirit angel, A-H, Ra. Hold on a second. Ra of the heavens. Hold on a second. Just give me a second. I was accepted by the Wolf Clan. A good friend of mine got me this wolf. There was a discussion last year about, she had mentioned wolf, and I said go with the flow, and there was no joking at this time. But I don't joke. It's a continuation of a vibration of when you get something and you learn something new, you get excited like a brand new toy. The word wolf backwards is flow. Do we go with the flow? We actually go against the flow as you go against the grain when you're coming to talking about meat or cutting things, as well as planes taking off. They have to go against the winds. And then there's a song about that too. This in French is called a wolf. So it is L-O-U-P. So when you look up L-O-U-P backwards, let me see if I can do this here. Translate. Well, I think my computer has water in it, and I'm well, just give me a second. I got a serious issue with wow. Okay. Serious issue with this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get another keyboard. Just give me a minute. I think I lost everybody. Hold on a second. Oh my God, I'm writing all kinds of crazy stuff. Well, hold on a second. Well, anyways, how do you write wolf in French?
In French, you would say in its feminine form. In
Look,
its masculine form.
this is what I wanted to show. Then I'm gonna have to slow down and get back. And I'm very unhappy, very frustrated. Look, that every time I just try to make my screen smaller and drag it over, it just gets bigger. Okay, so it's right over here. Hold on a second. Feminine, masculine for wolf. Okay, look at this, love. Uvia. Okay, so we have this. So now we're going to use this word and copy and L-O-U-P.
Here's the definition.
Definition of L-O-U-P.
Words of the same. According to Wikipedia, the wolf, also known as the gray wolf or gray wolf, is a large canine native to Eurasia and North America.
The definition of P-O-U-L. Hold on. Anyways, I misunderstand it as being something else, and it's more like a heartbeat. But anyways, I just got something in my eye. Let me fix my my camera here. Let me. Oh, I got a cramp. Okay. Ever since I spilled that coffee, right? Blame it on my shirt's not straight. I don't have a hat on. I'm not wearing a suit, and I should be. It doesn't look like inviting. This has got to be inviting, right? And Louvre. So when I look at the hearing of the Louvre, it sounds like an art studio, and commune. That which commune. If you write it in capitals, I might see something different. You know, because I'm just going to relate it to one communion. Like when you say .com, it's all related to a larger source, which is the sea. It's all related to the sea. A is what made the division. And A, by making that division, they create the creation, which is C. Third, bronze. Okay, it's all over. What I don't even know. Open up a Bible, open up a story. We'll just take it out and we'll tear it apart. It might take days, months, years. I don't know. Sometimes I'm on it, sometimes I'm not. But that's what I see in the letter C. They call the 1111 CC. They say Jesus Christ, right? Number 33. They always relate to 33. 33 plus recreation is 36. The reason for 360 degrees. Right? 360 degrees. The question is, how do you do it going around triangles? Triangles. And the vortex, right? The vortex, I'm just trying to see. Here is one part of the Tesla vortex, and this would be I'm just trying to figure out where all the numbers went. 1, 2, there's 6 here, and there has to be 3 more. That cannot be it. Anyway, something like this. I'm just trying to remember which way it goes. Oh boy. Anyways, I can't figure out which way this goes. I just know this is exactly how this has. Whoop, hold on a second. Okay. I don't even want to play with that. I don't like what I did. It's mixing me up. It's mixing me up. Okay, we went to dugout. Where are we again? Let me see. Like an hourglass. 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 So we have an hourglass. Do we have an hourglass because there's a dome? And that's why we're calling it the glass by the hour, because tick tock, it becomes 60 in the hour. The numeric value for 66 is woman and freedom. So inside these words we have said, but this is two sexes. Two sixes. Two sixes, 6 twos, 66. This is that reality. I need to know someone tells me, no, it's not that reality. I want to know if that reality can exist. I'm going to explain to you this, because in one of my pieces of work, okay, in one of my pieces of work, which is not this one, because that's where that star is that I just showed you, right over here, right? Actually, it's this one over here. I'm just not as curvy. Right here. This is it right over here. This is showing me the divided of two sides come together. One house, two houses coming together. One and one come to create together. And if you notice, these designs, these V's, can also be used as what is the value of 5. You see V and one side, V and the other side. Take it as you wish. We can redesign it to make it look that way. Will it function that way? That's the way I see it. So taking this into effect, that we have both woman and man, we have, I'm not really sure what we can use in the word freedom or fear, as in the F-A-R, the house of F and the house of R do not bring on the fear for, I'm not sure why, factor. I'm just looking as AC and Taurus in the house of 6. How do I know it's the house of 6? It's the only one that's capitalized in the beginning of the word. It's the divided house in the factor because the cat is inside of here. Numeric value for the cat is 24, the dividing of the gates. How are we going to put this together? I'm not sure, but it is what it is. So we have the hourglass. And is it the hourglass because we can stick a pen and watch the sun pass through it and immediately see around what time it is from all sides of the glass? 360. There is my 360. It is 99, the house of Jupiter. 360 degrees, because 3 by 6 equals to 18R. 3 plus 6 equals to 09I. It is IR. And you do know that in the R, the expression is 10 and 8, which becomes JH, which becomes AH, or the spirit house of Venus. 1 plus 0 equals to 1, but it is in the dark house. The reason it's in the dark house, I'm going to explain it to you in a minute. From games, of course, because the number 10, okay, is a black color in roulette, and number 10 is mentioned, I think 16 times. I'm trying to remember how many times 10. 12 times 10 is mentioned. 12 times 10 is mentioned. 120 and 22. 142. 12 times. 10 17, 18, 19, 70, 77, 78, 79, 90, 90, 97, 98, 99, 12 times. The reason I say it this way is because of the French language. When you count in French, when you get to number 10, they will say 10, 10, D-I-X, number 37. Also, number 9, also at the gateway. Why? Because T in gematria, on the gematria scale of counting A, B, C, D, E, F, G, up to 7, you now count down to 1, and then to 1 to 7, and 7 back to 1, where T is the 20th letter. So what word was I using right now? Sometimes I forget. I remember we were talking about the pen and the hourglass. I'm going to get a drink. Remind me of where I was. The root of 66. Thank you for that reminder. 8.124. That is quite interesting. Didn't we just, wow, that is quite interesting. I call that the bad cat. You see, there's 124 and there's 125. 125 is both Earth, Mars, and memory together for 512 memory. 1024, which is now the DC memory, because in order to bring 10 and 24 together, it's 4 times 6, 4 plus 6 equals to 24 and equals to 10. And the ironic thing about it is in Roman numerals, 10 is X, and the 24th letter is the X. They come together. X also brings together, which is very rare, that the X reverse letter in the alphabet is C. So X is 10, C is 100 or 110. So XC comes together, right? We don't have X, the, okay, I'm going to be back in a minute. I just have to get this off of me. This stinks coffee, you know, don't have a, got to get this building into somebody's hands where we know this art is safe. I'm safe for now, but we still have to get it out of their hands. Is it a good investment? Nothing's a good investment. We just want to be safe. Who put this back in the fridge? Who put this back in the fridge? I don't even see myself in the camera. Hey. I never drink out of the, these are fake. Where is the cat? Are you outside? You want to come in? Okay, come. Come in. Come in. Come in. Come in. You know, the cat. Where is the cat was on the balcony. Okay, you know what? I gotta put this. Oh God, save my memory. Make me think it. I need it. I needed the hat. I don't want to forget. It's my thinking cap. Okay, so where were we? I just want to get a little bit serious. I know I joke around. The reason I used 60 is because 66 comes together right over here. Right here. This is where 66 comes in. And everything moves by twos. okay? But there's half spaces, and the half spaces move by twos. They're 2x2 windows. And what I like about a 2x2 window, it leaves an area space for a dot in the center. Dots are heavens, okay? And the single area space where you see the pound, that's 9. I'm going to try to explain to you why. Is because I know the minute I put a dot, Mars has 1 dot where Earth needs 2 dots. So by Earth needing 2 dots, I can also replace that. And although they don't do it in the Hebrew writing with a line, sometimes they'll do the 2 dots and sometimes they'll do the 1 line. So I need to understand now Hebrew writing in order to understand that situation, in which, again, in Hebrew, they're using, telling us about Mercury, about Venus, about Mars, about Earth, by the way they count with their dots and their lines, the same way as they replicate the Maya, in which the 2 calendars are slightly off by something. I don't know what that something is. Possibilities are, although we have apparently a 28 cycle moon, apparently, I said, but what if it wasn't? What if it was something different? What if it was 1, 5, 11, and then it switched to 3, 6, 11? How is that possible? What if we did it another way, right? What if we, look, I'm going to show you. 1, then we're going to go 3, then we're going to go 5. Okay, then we're going to go 4, then we're going to do 2, and then we're going to go 6. So here a combination goes 9, and here a combination goes 12. That's our first combination of 21. So we have to run, okay, what is either 2 cubes. Now this gets a little confusing. I haven't done this in a long time, and I don't have another cube, which is not a happy moment for me, because it's so much easier to show you with 2 cubes, right? Oh boy. Just 1 second. Let me look at my back drawer. Okay, you gotta let me look for a cube somewhere. I gotta have a cube somewhere. Let me find a cube. That's crazy. I have no cubes. Okay, we're gonna have to. Oh, I got one. Thank God. Okay, got one. You see, what we're running right now is a 28-day cycle, and we run our weeks at 7 days a week. But the Mayans, okay, ran it at 10 days. So could it have been 3 days and 1 day and 3 days and 1 day equaling to 8 days, and then 3 days equaling to 11 days, and then that would be 1 week. That would be a 10-day week. And then after this 3-1, then it would be 3 days and 1 day and 3 days. Hold on, 3 days and 1 day and 3 days and 1 day equaling. Hold on a second. 3 days and 1 day and 3 days and 1 day and 3 days and 1 day. 3, 6. Actually, this one equals to 7 plus 1 day equals to 8. 3, 6, 7, 8 plus 3 days equals to 11. Okay. Okay, where am I going with this? Anyways, I'll make a long story short. That when this scenario comes up, you also have a total of 8 and 6 and 4, equaling to a total of 18. And when this total comes up, you will have 5 and 7 and 3, equaling to a total of 15. The letter O, the letter R, the letter I, the letter L. That would be the word that would come from it. It could say the law of 12. Where do I get all of these numbers? It's pretty simple. They're right here. Here is our 66. So what was I talking about earlier on? There was a reason for the reason I'm doing this. I'm all over the place because I'm getting different ideas. Different ideas are coming in. Very sorry about that. Let me see. Okay, the cat in the hat. Okay, let's go back. Okay, what I was trying to say is, how do we get to 28 days? Do you really just see the moon on the 28th day? What's going on? Why do we see the moon on different days, or why do we see shadows of a moon on different days? That's all I wanted to bring up, and I'm just sort of using these these dots. Okay, these dots. I use them as dots because I think even the 9 lives of the cat is all represented by Mars, and that's why we're using dots. Because the reality of this, if I was drawing this, if I was drawing those dots as squares, I would actually just be doing, here's a dot. Now, where would this dot be? Right? It would be here and here and here and here. So it's showing outside. You follow this, there was still more area space. So I know it's larger than this. And this area space is showing me a total of 3 and 3, 6, and 3 areas void. So a total area of this cube for me, okay, is 9. But if you drew it only for what you saw as dots, where are those dots? In the center of something? Anyways, I'd lost my head for a second. I was talking about the baseball and the dugout. I think I'm going to get back to it and keep on target with what I was doing. Okay, so this is what that looks like, which is 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. There's a total of 36 blocks. Everything in this world, I believe, is based on 360 and parts of it. Even though we do not need the 360, because this is all we need to know is the arc. We only need to know the arc, because after the arc, you're coming back the other way. Irregardless if I did it this way. 360 is to go out and to come home. That's 360 life. The life we see in front of us is 180. The stars retrograde, which means looking back. Also, looping, how can I say this looping? That if we have this linear life like this, right? But what if we were actually, how can I get this done like this? But instead of our life being like this, it would be like that. So once you went around 4 times, equals to 1 compared to that line. And every time you go forward, imagine there's a rod in between each one of these, a rod this way. Once you have that rod that way, it will pick up your first thought over here and bring it all the way. Before you even reach the end, this thought has arrived over here. And they just keep going back and they loop. Why? Because this is going forward then backwards, giving it enough time by the time it gets here to send all the information backwards. Where does it pick up this information? Well, this loop keeps going forward, but this loop in between is able to read what's going through all these loops. And then you're just looping forward. Do you follow that? They're like little smiley faces, right? Anyways, there's that one that you can't hear me. It's still buffering, and I got a cat that's sitting in front of me. I'm going to check on Odyssey to see if anybody else is around. Maybe I can see if I got that, a small little point across the retrograding and the word looking, using the K-I-N-G. I have to understand that. Okay, it stopped buffering. Okay. Maybe I'll talk slower. Maybe there's too much light. You know, maybe I was putting too much light. You know, I have someone that's sitting with me tonight, as a very special guest. Hey, you a special guest? What are you doing, special guest? Hey, you want to talk to everybody? Okay, let's see if we can move on and stop fooling around. Let me take a peek at screen gets bigger, screen gets smaller. I'm looking for my Odyssey channel. Okay, there it is. There it is. Okay. Oh, okay, still nobody watching. Wow, that's crazy. Started 2 minutes ago. Wait a second. That's not true. It said started 2 minutes ago. Not true. Started 50 minutes ago. That's true. One person watching. That's me. But I want to believe that there are, whoever is watching is watching. I don't know. Sometimes I let it get to me, but I still have to do my little thing. So, whoa, again, big, small, big, small. I like this design I did. See if we can tone in. This is the 100 numbers that it started off with. And there were certain specific numbers that I chose. The 5, this is my gateway. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals to 15. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals to 9. So where these numbers get us? But why did I choose these numbers? Oh, yes, 1 away from, they're inside and 1 away from the corner. So this one, okay, will count for these 3. Although it's 24 and 14. Different ways to use this combination. I don't know. I just did it this way. I don't really know why I did that, you know. Anyways, there's a whole game going on here. If I was to connect, let me see if I can, no, I have nothing to pay. So anyways, I can't really work on this one. This one is 6, and this is 3, and this is 8. Okay, when this is 6 and 3, this is 3 and 5. This is 6 and 3, and this is 8 and 5. When this is 8 and 5, this is 3 and 6. 8536. That's what it is, the 8536. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm going to create out of it. There's a lot of things that are going on in this. Anyways, I want to get to, so where you have area space for 9, if we were using complete area spaces, okay, it would either be 9 or it would be 12, and the letters would be L and I, and they're both Roman numerals. The total of this is 51 Mars. And the thing is Lily, 51 Mars. I have another one for the spirit in the heavens of Venus, 1881 99. You know what's funny? There was a program, this stands for Jupiter 13 or Gatex 13. I don't remember why I say it. Somebody once mentioned it to me, and I calculated it's something to do with Jupiter, because inside of the name Jupiter it says Earth. It is showing me the word pi for a division. 21. What is the difference between 12 and 21? 12 is base. It is creation with birth. But 21 becomes, hold on a second, creation with birth. It becomes creation with birth in 1. Okay, is the 12th letter. I'm just trying to think. Is the 12th letter, and then it becomes birth. So it becomes L and I to create 21 inside Jupiter. So you would have 3 and 9, or you would have 12 and 9. This is your birth and creation. Okay, I'm just trying to figure this out. I know this is the angel part. This number 3 is created by 11, which equals to 2, and 1 equals to 3. 1 times 1, 1. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 1, 3. Remember Abbott and Costello, right? It's just, that's the way it is. That's just the way it is. So you have a 9 and you have a 36. In this house, you can have Mars down the center. But in this house, you're going to have Mars this way and that way. Or let's just call it the house of Jupiter. Because the new section divides an area space and does not run over all the dots and lines. Dots and lines are here. When 4 corners meet, it's a dot. When you meet 2 corners, okay, it becomes a line. But each dot itself will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll be connected to 5 areas. And then this other dot will be connected to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 areas. So it'll be 5 and 5 and 1. The 10 card. Nothing for nothing. Everything exists for something. I need something to drink in the kitchen. Can somebody watch my cat? Just going to get a drink for 2 seconds and come back. So really most of what I'm working on tonight is not, it's actual and factual. If you can see the, I'm putting the dot in a place, and can you understand this, what it is? It's so, hold on a second. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. Every cube has 21 dots. It takes 28 dots to create a cycle. On 2 cubes, we have 42 dots. For 2 cycles, it is 56 dots. We only have 42, therefore we have a cycle and 14 extra dots or 14 extra days. So when we come up to the other person to roll the 2 dice, it is the second person that will bring in the first moon, not the first person. The first person will bring in the first 21 days. The next person, the first week, will bring in the first moon and then bring you halfway into the next moon. Mars does that. Just like in blackjack, 1.5 times. Mars does that. Mars does that. Mars is a dot, it's a pimple. Earth is a line, right? Like a cicatrice. Earth is what do you call it? Is the slash of Zorro. Earth is the what do you call it after you cut yourself? What is that called again? It's called cicatrice, scar. Earth is the scar, Scarface. Does everything tie together like you're just making it all up because you saw the movie? You said it because somebody else said it. You repeated it because somebody else said it. You think that way because somebody else thought that way, or you're thinking, or you're Meshuggah. But this, what I do, it's entertainment. It's all it is. It's the truth of what I see, what I find in all the games and narratives of everything that's ever been created or said on this planet that you can find in any dictionary. And if it doesn't exist, I can create it through the alphabet. All the words that don't exist. All the words that don't exist. Or all the words, like if I go A, B, C, make a word. And then all the letters that go together, 1 letter, 2 letter, there's 3 letters, make 3-letter word, 2-letter word, and 1-letter word. All the words you can make with the 5 letters you have, with the 6 letters you have. Where do I get these ideas from? The games. It's all in the games. This planet is like a GameStop to reach your personal vibration without interfering others. And what's funny about the game is usually your vibration involves others. Your higher vibration involves others other than just yourself. And the Holy Spirit. So let me write this down. 21, 7, 14. 7, 14, 14, and 7. 14 and 7. 21, 7, and 14, and 7. Okay. Okay. So where was I? I'm all mixed. Anyways, let me show you. Here's 7 and 14. That's your first cube. Your next cube starts with 7, and here you have 21 days. So you have one cube and 1/3 of the cube. But this one cube is actually 1/6 times 6, 2/3 and 1/3 and 1/5. What are these things? I'm mixing up something right now. I just want to show you something different. This cube has 6 sides. You can show one side up. You know that if you're looking at 2 sides, your 2 sides added will be 7. Your 2 sides added will be 7. Sorry, your 2 sides added, yes, will be 7. Your one side can be any combination of numbers, but when you're looking at number 3, it can't. It's talking about opposites. So you're talking about one part of an opposite. So that would be equal to 7. That means this equation would have to be twice what that is. So this equation says I'm showing you 4 sides. Therefore, 4 sides is the ring. And it's also noted to be 2/3. And that means 2 sides is the pole. And that would be 1/3. This one is going to be Mars. This one's going to be Earth. Earth gets the line, and Mars gets the dot. Earth gets 33, Mars gets 22. Although there's 21 dots, Mars gets 22. Because Mars will look like this, which is a 2x2 area, ape, and here is what is a 3x3 area in rotation of 69, bringing the numbers back together in our birth. I spoke a little bit earlier. I just want to just write this down, maybe come back to this again. And maybe part of that baseball. Wow, 27 players, eh? So let me just write into this. Forgot what I was thinking. I'm all over the place, right? Okay, so this is 33. This is 22. I'm not going to add these together. I'm just thinking of something right now. I still didn't finish with the dugout, right? Or the pound key. Okay, let me see if I did something. This cat is all over the place. Come on. One, two, three dots. 1, 2, 4 dots. 1, 3, 5. I'm going to see if I can get into that and we can talk about that. 1 and 4 dots. This comes from the game of Sickbo, by the way, this idea. I started doing something. Counting by five. Counting by five, right? 4, 12, 15. What you don't see. Okay, so this book is basically done. I did a small design, but it's very hard to do anything. Give me a second. Oh, God. I need a cameraman or woman. I thought I was in a new book. Oh, my God. I must be in a new book. This is funny. I think I started from the middle of the book or something. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Okay, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Listen, I just know I need a programmer. Once I get a programmer, we can put everything, all the combinations together, you know. Like you run down this, what this is what you don't see. The one when you see the 1, 2, 3, you don't see the 8, 7, 6. So right away you're representing both the jack, the queen, and the king. You're both representing what can be JQK, 10 and 17 and 11. It is the gateway between the two. 105 is that gateway. Remember, in French, this word is 10-7. And your gateway in 10-7 through 5 is 6. Now, I can't convince you that the 15th letter, 1 plus 5, equals to 6. So both these two equal to that, whatever 0 is and whatever 0 is not. Numeric value for 0 is 64. 0, Zion. And I don't know, but I got to put the K letter. I got to put these two letters together as 9-11. The reason for this is I want to make the value of this word, okay, minus 9 plus 11 equals to your 20. I want to make it value of the moon, the DC moon, and that is the value of what is 5775. 75, 075, which is 12 and 12, and your 12 is what's created from 11, which is 33. What in the world is that? 1 times 1, 1 plus 1, 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to this as well. The added total equals to this. I put this back here, making it the king daddy from where it came from at the split. And then 5775, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3, and 2 equals to 5. So we've involved our 3. 3 times 1, 3 plus 1 equals to 3 and 4, 7. So anyways, this is 12, 0, 12, 303. This is this coming year coming up. So what happens over here is that because it's Jack, King, Queen, you also know that it is our 4-3-2 vibration. Not as it only the 4-3-2, it is 1-4-7. What is 6-3-9? What is just trying to see that goes there. Did I do this right? Just 1 second. 1-4-7. 258. I'm just trying to think. Yes, 258. Right, correct. So I'm not sure if I showed you that. What are these? Well, what happens is the queen has 8 eyes. What happens is the king has 7 eyes. What happens is the jack has 6 eyes. In the deck of cards, that's what they have. Now, the reverse to what I believe is our rotation is 1, 4, and 7. 7 months of 31 days, 4 months of 30 days, 1 month, the difference of the week, which has 6 days plus 1 day. The center day of the week, or the lump day of the week, is the 4th day, and the complete week is the 7th day. 7 days of 31, 4 days of the 30, and 1 day of 28. But what is your base? Is it 0, 2, 3? And then sometimes it's 1, 2, 3. In the leap year, see, we get a 28-day month in the leap year. In the years that are not leap, you add on 0. 28 is the cycle. We add on 2 for this month. And for the 31 days, we add on 3. So we add on 7, 4, 1. This is that equation. What does that mean? It means that in 1 year, there are 7 months with 3 days added on to 28 days. And this will run for 3 years, equaling to what is 21. And this will equal to what is 12. And this will equal to what is 3. 1 and 2, 3, 2 and 1, 3. 3 times 4 equals to 12. 3 times 7 equals to 21. 1, 4, and 7. That's the cycle we run in right now. Now you can add on the 4th year. The reason for that is that in the 4th year, okay, sorry, this only happens one time. This only happens one time. This one, the 0, happens 3 times. So we're only going to get 1221. In the last year, in the last month, we're going to get 1 day, that 1 extra day. So it's not going to be times 3. This one over here is going to be, let me do this. It'll be 3 times 0. It'll be 3 times 2, and then it'll be, no, 4 times 2, and then it'll be 7. Hold on a second. I'm even mixing myself up. Let me say it in plain English. It's going to be 3 years in the month of February are going to get 0 extra days. And then it'll be 3 years times the months of 4. Right? We'll get 2 extra days. So it's 3 years, and there are 0, and there are 3 years where there are 2 times 4 is 8 extra days, okay, times 3, and then there are 3 years that are 3 extra days times 3. This is 2 extra days, 3 years times 3 years, right, 3 years times 2 extra days, 3 years where 3 extra days happens. So this is 21. Okay. And this is, hold on. Man, am I lost, eh? Hold on. This is 721, and this is 0. Okay. There are 3 years where nothing gets added on for February. 0. There are 3 years, okay, where 2 days get added on for the 4 months. Times 3 years is 24 days. There are 3 years where 3 days gets added on. It's 21 per year is 63, and the total is 87. In the final year, okay, you end up with 21 and 8. Wow, that's a birth. Whoop, what happened to my computer? What happened to the computer? Okay. So let me see. Where am I now that my computer shut off and back on? Oh, yes. 21 and 8. 21 plus 8 plus 1 equals 30. Let me see if that's correct. This one is 29. Yes. So it's 3 years of 29, 29, 29, and 1 year of 30. I'm going to try and update you with what I'm doing. Okay. I don't want to take up this paper here. There are 28 times 13 times 12. I just want to do it times 12. 28 times 12 equals to 336 days, right? And then there are 29 days, okay, where we pass moon days, okay? And this is all about your KR birth. Number 29, the IT system. The reason, 2 times 9, 18. 2 plus 9, 11. The total is 29. 5 times 4 equals to 20. 5 plus 4 equals to 0, 9, 29. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6, okay, equals to 7 and 6. 7 times 6 equals to 13, and 42 minus 13 is 29. So all of these are telling me, okay, what's going on right here. And this is where your Mars creation comes in. Your 4 months of 30 days. Everything else is related to the February, which is the birth. Number 14 of the second month. 4, 1, 2, 8. The 8, because there are 4 months times 2 extra days equal to 8, and that is your gateway to the heavens of Venus. Hey, Susan, how you doing? Oh, I need to straighten this out. I need to straighten this out. I can't be in 10 places at one time. And if I choose to go to the wrong place, I feel like I punish myself or get punished for it by making my own choices. You know, not everybody likes you to make your own choices. Oh, obviously with most likely some good due reason. Regardless, some good due reason. And I've got all kinds of stuff in front of me here. Okay, I'm going to the kitchen. I'm making a coffee. I'm taking 2 minutes. I just have to look at my phone. One of my friends is a little upset at me for not eating takeout couscous. Just give me a minute. I have to make myself a little couscous. Just give me a second. Okay. I got some couscous. And I got one of these. Oh. And so let me get some water. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Making some couscous. Like a fish out of water, you know, I gotta put a little salt in, right? I gotta go to the men's room. Give me a second. Men's room. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. Sorry for the interruption. Okay, where are we? Okay, have a good night. It's not the best of videos, I can tell you right now. You probably didn't miss anything. Yes, there's always something new. Like the piece I'm working on right now. If you want to stick around, I'll just tell it to you really quick unless you already seen it. It is the ABC dots on a dice, the basic beginning ABC. A plus B plus C equals 6 Jack. Jack has 6 eyes. 3 times 2 times 1 equals to 6. Back to Jack, 66. Freedom female. The reverse, okay? The reverse void is 8, 7, and 6. Okay, although they are not the reverse of our creation of the numeric 147 rotation, it is the top row of 147, 258, 369. It is the beginning in their own domain. 8 eyes on the queen, 7 on the king, 6 on the jack. 8, 7, and 5 running into the heavens moon. 6 connects 5 over to 7. How each one, where 1, 2, and 4, 1, 3, and 5 is the ace. This is where the sun comes in. Where the sun comes in, boom. Zion, Israel, 1.5, Mars division, division of the gateway. The sun. See, we have to understand the difference that 5, 6 brings 5 into 7. There's a division over here. 3 and 4 are polarities. Okay, the reason for that thought is 3 is opposite of the 4 in the cube. I can use it for all the other numbers too, right? But the thing is, 1 is further out and is 2.5 to the core, where 3 is only 0.5 and 0.5 with 3 and 4. That's where I get my 55 passages, just understanding the base value of this skeleton cube. Let me see something over here. Okay, so where am I? Three plus 1 equals to 4. 3 times 1 equals to 3. Give me 1 second. I think I need to get another book. Do I have a book down here? Do I have a book under here? No. Okay, I'm gonna go get another book. I can't write without having a book. If anybody wants to send me 100 of these, 25 in a pack, I think, or 20. They're the one that says 80 pages. But when you count the two sides, there's a major page, right? It's a major page because a page is two sides. There's 40 pages in these books. There's 40 pages in these books. Is this the truth? In books that they sell 200 pages, it's each side of the page. So there's two sides of every story. It is August 22nd, 2022. Wow. August 22nd, 2022. August 22nd, 484. 32, 32, 12, and 12. Wow, 44 area space, 88. We're there. We are there. We are there. We are there. The hearts have come together. I didn't even know that. Buy, sell, ring, Pluto, area space. We get so when we get to 44, we get to 33. So we get to the polarity, being closer to the side of the. Imagine if Earth was right here, right, and the dome wall was over here. Now Earth is over here. Now we see a reflection off the dome wall looking like multiple lights. We're actually just seeing more of the lights. "44 area space coming from words, the word ring, the word buy, the word sell, the word pull, all are numeric value 48. Pluto is 84. Jupiter is 99. Now the difference between Jupiter and Pluto is 15 and Mars is 51. Now Venus is 81 and Jupiter is 99, and their difference is 18, to where Mercury is 103, to where Mars is 51, and the difference, is 51, to where the difference is 52 Earth. To where Mercury and Mars and Venus and Earth and Jupiter and Uranus and Saturn and Neptune and Pluto. 84, 95, 93, 94, 99, 52, 81, 51, 103. So when we go, if we want to go one, I'll just do this. This is not the number of the planet, but I'm going to put the number of the planet, right? So I can also at the same time, let me just take this away. Okay, I can also at the same time, I can say, well, 13, 22, 05, 10, 21, 19, 14, and 16. Or we'll go 3 and 4, 3 and 4, 4 and 4. Boy. 0 and 5, 0 and 1, 2 and 3, 9 and 10, 4 and 5, 6 and 7. I'm going to go in this row over here. 4, 4, 4, 5, 1, 3, 1, 5, 7. Here, I just keep seeing the orange sun, the ace, the division is in the sun. 5, 10, and 7, this is the dark side of the moon. The reason for that is 10 is a dark number and it runs to the cycle of 28. If you look at the game of roulette, okay, if you want to take a look at the game, I told you all that I do comes from games. I don't make anything up. It exists before somewhere else. Let me see. Right over here. Let me see which board I want to use. I don't know if I have it in this board. No, it's not in that board. Hold on a second. Okay, let me see. Okay, yes, you see this over here, this one here, and this one here. I have another one here, another one here, another one here, another one here. Their connections, okay, their connections come in under 10, 11, 13, and 08. So it'll be whatever you want. 21 and 21 equals to a total of 42. And then it's going to happen again under 26 and 29 and 28 and 31, which equals to 59, which equals to 55, right? And that'll be a total of either 114 or 15, okay? 10 and 14 equals to 24 equals to 6, the same numeric value, depending on how you want to add them up. Time, freedom, space, birth in the cycle of the AC moon. This is the purple house. These two come together to be the division of the house of the rising sun. The reason for that is the value to the sun is this. I think it's also the same value to breath, which is 28 and 6, 34 and 20 as 54 for breath. This is the IT system, the house we were born into, whichever way you want to look at it. The IT system, something to do with computers. Then again, yeah, anyway, so this is all black. These are all black numbers. And because the 28 is involved, and that's our cycle to the moon, and because we run by the 31-day birth cycle, okay, that this total of 114 or 10 and 24 is the dark side. They're black numbers. These are all dark numbers. So that's why I brought that up. So now this is what I'm going to do. The difference between Mercury and Mars is Earth, 52. I don't want to use this difference. This difference is the day. The word day is 30, 25, 1, and 4. The difference between this is 29 and that. I like to use the birth in the IT system. Okay. The K and the R. It's the K and the R. It's also in the sun. Numeric value 54 sun, which will create the 20 and 9 or the IT system. This is a gateway, by the way. The birth, the 9, what happens is right over here. See, I'm not going to use number 9 over here, okay? Because everything switches. This over switches. If you go to the game of pool, right, the 15 ball goes right over here, number 13, and you play inside the divided house or the two houses that came together. We're playing in the center of the guide stones of Mars, where two bullheads split over here came together and created a zone. Another zone can come here, another zone can come over here. This is the gematria scale. And number 9 in each one of these houses, okay, I don't know if it's 9 and 9. When you're born here, you're born here. So number 9, you see 7. Now that we went up by 2, 1, 3, 5, 7, we're going to go down. So your first level that you go down, what happens? Your first level you go down to where you go down to 5 and 4. Now if you take a, whoop, I'm not showing you that. So when you go down from 7, all right, let me show you this. When you have the 755, once you go down here, and 9 shows up. So when we take this cube of what is 4 and 1, the king and home alone. Home alone. This is your AI because this is your birth and creation. 3 and 9 come together equaling to what L is. So instead of marking AI, it's now AL. Becomes this, the altered current. This is created from this. And I'm not going to start doing all the designs and 101 and everything. And if it's 101, this becomes 1. And 4, this becomes 4 and 1, 401. That's our communication. Why? Because if this was in binary code, you would have put 1 here, nothing over here, and 1 here. 1, 2, 4. So count the 4, count the 1, 401. Communication. 10-4, you want to get 10-4, you flip these dice over, you got 6 and 4, 10. You flip them again, you got 3 and 1, 4. The skeletons. So here's where your 9 comes in. Where does your 6 and 8 come in? Well, your 8 splits your 7 and 9 box. So it becomes 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. Why did 7 eat 9? Over here. Your 8 shows up over here, 80, 80. See this 8? 8 and 0, 8 and 0. Okay. Where else are we? Okay. So the difference of these two planets is 5. The E worlds, here it's 1. So these two, because of this difference between here and here, it's 6. Between here and here, it's 5. I'm just trying to see if there's anything significant between Pluto and Mars. Bruno Mars, Pluto Mars. We end up with 51. So there's the Jesus Christ creation of the sun comes up in that one. It's only there's with 52 with Earth, it's fit 32. I don't really like that it becomes the ring. I don't want to use that. What if we had Earth with this one over here? Earth Saturn. That's a big number. So that would be 52. The difference would be 41. I like that one. The king, the home, the total is going to be 55, 555. Why? 5 and 9, 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. 2 and 3 is 5. It's ironic. It's ironic. If I put Earth with Uranus, okay, I'm going to get the dividing gates, the 9 lives of the cat, maybe the other side of the street. 7 and 6 equal to 13. They're polars to each other on the dice cube. 7 and 6. So would 7 and 6 be 2, 2 and 3? 2 and 3. Talking about Venus and Earth. The reason for that is there's 7 voids and there's 6 voids. I don't know if I can do that equation. 2 and 3 are both missing from 9. Can I do that equation? Because the 7 and the 6 are that 7 and 6, 7 and 6 above is what like is 4 and 3 below. Just like 9 and 4 above is like 6 and 1 below. Just want to answer a friend of mine. Okay. I'm trying to see if there's any other ones. Oh, yes, Mercury, Earth, right? The difference between Mars and Mercury is Earth. The difference between Mercury and Earth is Mars. So the difference between Earth and Venus and Mars and Venus is the day of creation and the birth in the day of creation. Between the 29th and the leap year, the 30 days that are extra in the year, there's 30 and 29. There's 3 years cycle and a 1 year cycle, right? So there's 29 days in a year makes it 87 in the gateway, and then 30 in the last year. 30 and 3 times. Is that right? 3 years, 29 days per year. 3 years is 87 days and zero. And then in the last year, it's 30 days. 1 times 30 days. 7 come 11. It's not supposed to be added up that way, anyways. The total is, wait a second. Yes, right. That is the 7. That is the total. Here's the 3 years and here's the 1 year. And the total is 7 come 11. That's your exact dice cube, which we can do on the next page, and which I thought we were going to do earlier, that 1 and 3 is also equal to 86. And believe it or not, you become man. The word man is 28. And to become man, you have to be the age of 169 moons passing. Okay, so the reason for all this, because the age of a bar mitzvah, the number to man is 28. The divided gate to create this is number 24. It's just so ironic that it's inside that number. I got some comments to read. Let me see where we step on this. White ball, use as hit and or scratch. 8 analema. 2 1s is snake eyes, yes. So you're talking about 2 moons. And it's 2 moons of Pharaoh. And it's Moses has 1 moon. Moses has 1 moon. Pharaoh has 2. Why? Because he had 2 snakes, and Moses had 1 snake. I grew up with that way. So the word snake, okay. How about naked? Okay, you have 14, you have 33, ace through king, 33, ace through king in the E world. So you're talking about the 91 spirit. And you add on 5 would be 96, but this actually is 11, 12, 17, 17 and 33. That's 50. 5-letter word where you have 33 and 1 and 17. No, that's not good. And 5, 33, 33 and 1, 11 and 16. Okay, I'm having trouble sitting down. Let me look what's going on. I think I'm going to just hit the hay or just stand up for a while. No, I'm going to just stand up or take a 1-minute break. I'm really sore. Oh God. You know, it's No matter what two numbers I'll ever take with the dice, right? So right away I know that if I have 3 on the dice, I got 6 to the void. This is where the card Jack comes in. This is where the king comes in. This is where man comes in at the gateway. These two over here. Anyways, me too, I'm tired. There's a lot of things I can say. What this is the different sides of these cubes, right? What's really missing, the total opposite, 5 and 3 equals to 8, to where 4 and 6 equals to 10, because these both equal to 9. So if I throw 2 more and I get seven dots, I get 6 and 3 void, to where we have 1 and 8 void. All the 7s will become 11, to where 4 and 3 dot will have 4 and 5 void, to where we'll have 3 and 6, and this is 7, 11. Everything that equals to a 7 will always be 2 and 5 equals to 7. Everything has to total 9 per side. So if 2 is there, 7 is missing. And if 5 is there, 4 is missing. So again, we have 5 and 2, 7 to 7 and 4, 11. So we have 7 and 7 and 7 to 11 and 11 and 11. 33 equals to 21, equals to 54, equals to 3 and 2, equals to 5, equals to 6 and 9, equals to 15. EO. 9, 11. I'm just trying to think where the these two are the additions. 9, these two are the multiplications. 9, 11, 20. Again, the KI that comes into the picture. Anyways, yeah, so I'm tired also, and I'm going to say goodnight. Yeah, so let's just go sleep. Peace and love.